Hey, hello and welcome to KamenRider Blackman. As of recording this, it is still February, or at least towards the end of February, to I realize I haven't really done anything yet or at all for Black History Month. With that said, this will hopefully make up for it, as today I am doing the top 10 African American Power Rangers. Whew! So, my first blacklist. I'm kidding, but you know what I mean. This is something that I think, or at least thought, this wouldn't be something bad to do because just to show some appreciation to not only to some of my favorite Rangers, but to some good actors that do a good job and actually do stand out and mean something, at least to me. With that said, for this list, I don't have any honorable mentions. So, moving on. Number 10, Damon Henderson, the Green Galaxy Ranger from Lost Galaxy. Damon is really a character that really gets no appreciation. And when people think him from Lost Galaxy, they honestly think of him as a character that was just there. When really, he was not so much of a there character. He was there, but he actually served a purpose. He's the mechanic of the group and could actually create and actually contribute to most of the stuff on Terra Venture. There was an episode one time called Green Courage where he actually went on to the enemy's ship and did a job for them just to save one of Terra Venture's ambassadors. How exactly is he there? Is he a there character then? If he actually contributes. So yeah, Damon is pretty unrecognized and unappreciated, and for a fine character as he is, he was the bit of a joker, and he was a bit of a joker in some cases. But yeah, and he's a pretty honorable dude who does deserve some recognition. So here he is. He's a fine ranger. So with that said, number 9, Aisha, the second Yellow Ranger and first African American female Power Ranger. And what can I say about Aisha except for her actress portrayed her well, and she brought more, I guess, character. I guess she brought more attitude and character trait more to the table, other than the last Yellow Ranger, Trini. Like, not that Trini was at all bad, but Aisha is more memorable and stands out a bit more in some cases. And she does serve, and she serves well as that second heart of the team because she's a fine martial artist. She's very knowledgeable on animals, and even though her outro of the show was not considered the best, with her actress not being actually there, she wasn't written out well, but her character was still very worthy and served a purpose to the team. And with that said, number 8, Joel Rawlings, the Green Lightspeed Ranger. Now, he is... Alright, let me think of something serious for Joel. Everyone on that team is very serious. Like, everyone is pretty serious about the job. And then we get to Joel, who comes off as a jerk, but if he really was really a bad guy, then he wouldn't have later, or at least later, accepted the call. And besides that, if he was really a jerk, then we wouldn't have seen him actually grow as a character. Mind you, it came off as a little childish, but he's honestly the zest. He's the zest of the team, and I feel like every team sort of needs that one character that's not the serious one, that's not the stoic one. Like, even in a group of people that come off as stoic, you got to have that one shonen guy just to release the stress and calm down the situation. So it's very natural to have that one character that's the complete opposite as someone else just to really relieve the team. Oh, one little quick thing I do. Be right back. Alright, who is the next one? Number 7, Katie, the Yellow Time Force Ranger. Now, not so much of what now, for what I said before about being the zest of the team, the Time Force team alone has enough zest on it, but Katie, she's zest as well as the heart, as well. Yeah, Katie's pretty zest as well as brings the heart of the team. Everyone in Time Force brings something. There's Trip, the technological one. There is Jen, the leader, strong one. Trip, technological one. Let's see here. Wes and Lucas are strong and determined ones. And then you get to Katie, who is the heart of the team, who is the compassionate one about what they're doing. So compassionate that it took her that she got a focus episode to actually think about what they were all doing and if it was worth it. Like, I like that. I like that questioning of what you're doing and why you're doing it. I think almost everyone gets hit with that at some point of what you're doing this and why, and is it worth still doing it? And that's good. It's legit in this case because the more that they do, the more the future is altering. So who knows if what they come back to will be still their home. And so I really like that. I like her compassion and her heart and how much of the heart of the team she really is. And I just like the fact alone that she has super strength because stock footage, it's just amazing. So, number 6, Zeo Ranger 2 / the Yellow Turbo Ranger, Tanya, the Yellow Turbo Ranger. The reason why I really like Tanya as a character is because she's not that sassy character, but she's the one that won't take anyone's crap so much that we see that early on. And seeing her character in the first couple of episodes of Zeo so early on, like stand up and actually have personality, not just be a trait unlike others, like just seeing her it's just seeing her. Yes, she stands up. Just, God, what can I say? It just, watch this episode of Power Ranger Zeo called Rangers in the Outfield and understand me. That's all I can say to describe it because I cannot find the words. Just like, she is just a strong and independent character who does not take anyone's crap. And that's what attracted me to her immediately because, heck yes, like that is a person not only with personality, that is a person with that's actual character growth, and yet we see that character growth go on a bit more, of course, in Zio, and I like that. I find that to be very good, and one of the best things from Zio. Now, number 5, Shelby, the pink Dino Charge Ranger, now our first African American pink ranger. Once again, she was a strong independent character who did not take anyone's crap. And despite being a tomboy or not, Shelby was the knowledgeable one of the team that actually knew a lot about dinosaurs. Not a thing or two, a lot. She actually contributed to the cause of searching for energems, as well as, what ranger, or at least, she also created her own Zord. She created her own Zord. That sums that up immediately. She created her own Zord. And may I say, it's a Spinosaurus. That's cool. It's nothing girly. She created a Spinosaurus Zord. That's it. That's awesome. And the fact that she had that going for her, as well as having a bit of a crush on Tyler alone. Yes, she was a strong, independent character, but I find that to be adorable. I found that to be adorable as well as natural, because those two were working together since episode 1, and so on, and so it just fits, and it makes sense for it to naturally grow to that. It works. And so next, number 4, Jack Landers, SPD Red Ranger. This I feel this is a good example of coming a long way, because Jack started off as a Robin Hood thief to being the Red Ranger of the team, immediately. Was it just given to him? No, it wasn't. Because Doggy Kruger is no fool. Because early on, and so forth in the show, it's just that rivalry that Jack had with Sky, it really gave him, and that rivalry alone with Jack and Sky, it gave us the audience a chance to see. It gave us the audience the chance to see, why Jack is the Red Ranger. It gave us pretty much. It gave us a chance to see why Jack is the Red Ranger. It's not something that he asked for, but since it's something that came to him, he worked to show that he can do the job and that he is worthy of it. Out of everyone in SPD is pretty dedicated, and Jack is the one that holds that dedication and balance and good energy of everyone just together as the Red Ranger. So much that when the job was done and over with, he steps off, he turns in his badge, quits the force to help people in a smaller way. Something about that alone, to me, it just sounds so wicked. Because all he wants to do is help people, whether it's being a cop, or a Power Ranger, or just being helping people in a different way that wasn't stealing, to which he does do at the end. And to that I say, not just out of race, but that's exactly how you do a good character. Not to mention, with Jack being there and him butting heads with Bridge, it even, not Bridge, Sky, it even helps Sky and showing him as being a pretty dang good character as well as a great ranger as well, that he can have his best friend take over for him. But Jack alone is an amazing character. And so, with that said, number 3, Scott Truman, RPM Ranger Red. Now, this is so one of the latest Red Rangers that we have right now. I guess I can say that since RPM was in 2009. Well, latest ones for this list. Well, what can we say? What can I say about Jack except for he was the leader, the dedicated one, the serious one, the cool guy. But not only that, he is another one with a personal connection to the whole Vengex virus, with losing his own brother because of it. Like, that's one of the things in RPM that just hurts. Like, everyone has their own story, but Scott's story is one of those stories that just hurts. It's one of those stories that just hurts a lot, and the fact that his dad is such a douche about it, it just makes you sympathize a bit more. It's just, what can I say? With Jack, but with all that alone, with Jack as a character and a leader and a soldier in this war, he shows himself dedicated to the job, but with also taking a few missteps, to which he later shines. To which he later, yes, he's a good soldier. He shows himself dedicated to the job, taking on risky missions, and yet to still come back successful. But he's very honorable as not just as a ranger, but as a soldier, to show, and that's just a good way to show that this character does make mistakes. He's not perfect because he does have flaws. And those flaws are something that those flaws and mistakes are something that he has done to make up from. And now, finally at the top 2, hopefully I can be done quick. So, number 2, Selwyn Ward, first black leader of the Power Rangers. TJ, the second Red Turbo Ranger and the first African American Red Ranger. This guy is TJ alone as a character. This is why I put him on my top 10 Red Rangers list. He doesn't have a deep or dark backstory, but he is the one who actually got to live his dream and become a Power Ranger, and a pretty dang good one, because he's a natural born leader. He's a natural born leader. He's naturally compassionate towards others, and he naturally knows right from wrong, and doesn't want to give up until the very end. He shows himself to be a dang good leader, and some may say a pretty dang good second in command in space. It doesn't matter what color he is, red or blue. It doesn't matter for TJ what color he is, red or blue. In my opinion, he is one of the best Red Rangers and Blue Rangers, to which you don't want to screw with him, because he is awesome. And so, finally, to wrap this up, number one, I don't even know why, but it's clearly Zack. It's clearly Zack. Zack, the original Black Ranger and the first African American Power Ranger, not to mention the first African American teenage superhero. Zack is all of that. And now I just remember why I like Zack so much, which is why he is number one on my list. His actor, by the way, he portrayed him so well. Not only that, his actor, by the way, portrayed him well. And to think about some of these characters that I have on this list, some of them are one tone, but not the other. Or at least with him being a Black Ranger in general, we usually just get either the fun tone or the serious tone. But Zack knows how to tone it. Like, Zack, he knows how to be Zack knows how to be witch tone for any situation and for anyone. Best example, Green Candle, where Jason has to choose between going out to save Tommy or continuing to fight to obtain the Green Candle before Tommy literally dies. Zack is the one to reach out to Jason and say, look, if we don't do this, Tommy could lose his life. Like, Zack is the serious ones aren't ever the ones to truly bring them back. That's what Zack does. He pays attention to the situation, and he knows how to be the sensible one for everyone. And not to mention, he's also had moments too where he was second in command. And just a personal note, season 2, when Walter Jones changed up his hair, my inspiration in high school. But yeah, I really like Zack as a character. I really like Zack as a character. He's the fun one. He can be serious as well as be sensible, which is something you don't see a lot nowadays because there's always just one thing with people, or one thing with some characters. But he knows how to be sensible and when to be serious, and which is why he is number one on my list. And with that said, I finally got done what I wanted to get done, and that is my list. Hopefully this video will be out Friday as I plan to, which means I gotta go home and edit this. But thank you for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends, share this video if you like to about KamenRider Blackman. Happy February, happy Black History Month, and I will see you guys next time.